Now, we speak a lot on this show about responsible pet ownership and things that you can do to make a difference to make sure that your animal stays healthy and safe, and in this case, clean. My guest this month is Fabiola Lydon. She is from the Pet Care Foundation. She is one of the groomers, and we are so happy to have you here. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Now, we have a great partnership with you. We can't thank you enough because you guys basically are coming in and helping us out and grooming our dogs. Tell us a little bit about what we do and what the relationship is.
Oh, my pleasure. I work for the Pet Care Foundation, and they send me to the shelters out in the LA area as well as Pasadena, and we go to all the shelters and groom all the dogs that come in that are very, very matted, neglected, and they need our help because they haven't been touched in a long time, so they need our help. And this is my pleasure. I love doing what I do.
It is an amazing service that you're doing for homeless animals in the community, and from the Pasadena Humane Society, we'd like to thank you so much for that. Now, you kind of just touched on that they've never been touched, and you know they need a lot of real TLC.
Yes, they
What's
do.
the worst thing that you've ever seen at a shelter?
Oh my goodness, I've seen maggots. I've seen teeth fall out. So horrible stuff that I've seen out there. Matted dogs that they can't even move because they're so matted, just full of mats everywhere, and you know all the odors that come along with it. I'm sure we all know what that smells like. So we try to help those guys out, get them all cleaned up, get them presentable for everybody to come in and see them, and it's a wonderful, wonderful change that we see.
And I think that's the most important thing is that wonderful change,
Yes.
because sometimes you could see a dog that will be like suffering almost, and then you guys come along and their life has changed, and now suddenly they find a home. Or you'll have a black dog that suddenly turns to be a white dog, or you just never know, right?
It's true, yeah.
You know,
we find breeds in there that you can't see until we're done with them, and then all of a sudden there's this beautiful dog underneath that we had no idea was there. It's amazing.
It's pretty sad that animals out there have to live like that, and that we don't always do the right thing by the animals.
It's true.
But you guys coming in are really kind of saving their lives. I would like to just say that to you, and again say thank you, because you really are every day. Every time you're taking that matted dog and making him clean, that means he's going to find a home. So that's really amazing.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about how somebody who might be watching can think about grooming, and why is it important, and what can they do to make sure that their animal stays healthy and safe?
Well, cleanliness is, of course, very, very important to keep a dog healthy, and your family as well, because they go out, they bring in all kinds of bugs, and you know, you've seen it, I'm sure, the dirt and the bugs, and it's very uncomfortable for them. I mean, you can imagine when you feel dirty and your hair is undone and a mess, you feel horrible, and so do they. So when you go to the salon, get yourself cleaned up, oh, you feel like $1,000,000, and you feel and you show it, and so do the dogs. They're amazing.
So how often do animals need to be groomed?
Well, depending on the breed, of course. If you have a poodle, a long-haired dog, I'd recommend once every month to keep them going. At home, of course, you can do your part as well, just to keep them brushed, keep their nails trimmed, brush their teeth on a regular basis, just to keep them healthy and
Teeth
happy.
brushing is part of the grooming
Oh
process?
yes, oh very much so. The ears, teeth,
They get
nails,
some good
everything.
crest and some maybe a dental floss, and they get all
Sure.
smelling good as well as their body, which is cool. So if a person doesn't have one of those kind of dogs, or they don't have enough money to maybe take them to a professional groomer, what are some of the things that they can do at home to make sure that their animal is clean?
At home, prevention is key. I would say stock yourself up with a good shampoo, a good brush, and a good comb. Those are the three main things that you would need to do. Brush on a regular basis. If you have a short-haired dog, basically it's just baths, and use tools. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my tools today, but we have.
And you come with like a toolkit.
Oh, yeah,
so they come with
a lot.
everything that they need. Come into the Pasadena Humane Society's grooming room, and then kind of off you are. But what are the tools? You were starting to say. I cut you off.
Slicker brushes are a must if you have a semi-long-haired dog. Slicker brush and a comb. A nice, sturdy metal comb is what you need to get through those mats and through any tangles. Even if they stood just the beginning of a tangle, to get those out will prevent them from forming into bigger things. I also would recommend not to bathe your dog when he has mats. Please remove them before you put him in the water, because what happens, it tightens, bacteria under there starts forming because it doesn't dry. So bacteria, smells, a lot of things. skin irritations start happening, and you'll see it in your dog. He'll tell you in one way or another. He can communicate.
And we've seen a ton of health problems that have occurred because somebody doesn't groom their pets. And you were mentioning them a minute ago. We have seen hot spots, and what other type of things do you see?
Hot spots, just skin irritation. There's just so many different kinds of skin irritations, but hot spots, bugs, they love to hide in the mats because you can't see them. So that's where they harbor.
So I want to go back to the Pet Care Foundation. Why is it that you do this? Because this is, again, such an important gift that you're giving to the animal shelter community. What is it that motivates you and the folks that you work with to give such an incredible service?
The difference it makes. The difference is huge. And we care about our animals out there. We love them. And I volunteered for them for a while without, showing them that I was actually a groomer. Word came out, and I showed them what they were doing, and boom, we tried it for a few days just to see how it would work, and we made such a big impact. And so we decided to make this a regular thing. And the shelter started hearing about it, and the word got out, and here we are. We're at your service.
Now, you come to the Pasadena Humane Society twice a week?
3 times a week.
3 times a week. What are those days?
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
So I have heard people, as I've walking through the kennel, I've heard them say, is that the same dog that was in the kennel yesterday? And I'm like, yes, it was. The Pet Care Foundation did their thing. And it's pretty awesome to kind of come and watch. And the Pasadena Humane Society is always looking for folks to come and volunteer, and I'm sure you guys are. How can they find out more information about the Pet Care Foundation?
You can go online. We have a website called thepetcarefoundation.com. It'll show you everything that the foundation does, and including pictures before and afters. You can see them there as well.
Are any of the Pasadena Humane animals on before and after?
I'm not sure. I believe there might be some new ones. I'm not sure what they put up there, but there's tons of before and after pictures out there. You'd be amazed at what you see out there.
People often look at the pictures of our animals on our website, which is pasadenahumane.org, and when they look at the pictures, they will see the intake pictures where they're all dirty and stinky and smelly, and then they will see pictures a couple of days later after you have come and groomed them, and suddenly they're different. And again, I said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Thanks to you guys, you are absolutely saving lives. I thank you so much for being with us today. It's really terrific, and thank you for being our great partner. And if anybody has any more questions about grooming or the program, they should visit your website. Thanks for coming here today.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.